Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about integration. So now I will show you how to answer. We need to use about integration by trigonometric substitution. So I will put about x equal to a sine t, because if we put this one go in here, we have a square sine t square, a square, we can do about factorization. 1 minus sine t square, we change cosine t square, and later that we simplify by dx. dx, we have a cosine t dt. So we put this one go in here. dx, we change by this one. This one, we will have about a square sine t square. A square, we can do about factorization. One minus sine t square, we have cosine t square. With the power 2 in here, we have a to the power of 4 cosine t to the power of 4. Now we simplify and we have dt over a to the power of 3 cosine t to the power of 3. So we put a to the power of 3 go outside. This one we can write into secant of t to the power of 3 dt. Now I will concentrate about this one only. Secant of t to the power of 3 we can write into secant of t square multiplied by secant of t. So we need to use about integration by parts. So we need to use about u equals to secant of t. So we need to do first derivative for the both sides. We have du equals to secant of t tan t dt. dv, we have secant of t square dt. The integration of this one, we have v equal to tan t. So we have u multiplied by v, that's about secant of t tan t minus du multiplied by v. So we have the integration secant of t tan t square dt. About tan t square, we change into secant of t square minus 1. So we have secant of t multiplied by secant of t square and number 1. We will have about the integration secant of t to the power of 3 dt plus the integration secant of t dt. Because negative with negative in here, you got about positive. Secant of t multiply this one, you got about secant of t to the power of 3. Secant of t with number 1, you got about secant of t. And we know that all of them equal to this integration. So we put this one go to the right. So this one plus this one, we will have about number 2. Later that we divide both sides by number 2. and the integration of this one in here, we will have about ln of the absolute value of secant of t plus tan t, and we put about c equal to this integration. And now we go back to this one. So we put this one go in here. About t, that is about this one. So we divide both sides by a. So we have t equal to r sine of s over a. So we put this one to replace for t. And this is the answer for question number 1. Now, let's go to question number 2. We need to use about integration by trigonometric substitution. So, in this one, I will put like this. That's about negative of s squared minus 2ax. Because this one, if we put negative going here, we will got this one in here. Next, I need to add about number 1 in here. Later that, we need to minus about number 1 because I want to create about identity in here. So this one, we have that should be about a square, not number 1, because we have a. So this one, we will have about s minus a to the power of 2. Next, negative with negative, you got about positive. So that should be like this. So in this one, I will put about s minus a equals to a sine t. Because if we put this one going here, we have a square sine t square. A square, we can do about factorization. 1 minus sine t square, we change cosine t square, and later that we simplify by ds. ds we have a cosine t dt. So we put a sine t going here. ds we change by this one. So this one we have a square sine t square. A square, we can do about factorization. This one we have cosine t square. So we simplify this one, and we will have about dt over a cosine t. And we can write into 1 over a in here, secant of t dt. The integration of this one, we have 1 over a, ln of the absolute value of secant of t plus tan t, and we put about c. About t, that is about this one. So we divide both sides by a. So we have t equal to r sine of this one. So we put this one to replace for t. And this is the final answer. Next, number 5, we can put into 1 plus 4. So this one, we can put into identity. And that should be about s plus 1 to the power of 2. Now, in this situation, I will use about integration by trigonometric substitution. So I will put about s plus 1 equal to 2 tan t. Because if I put this one going here, we have 4 tan t square. Number 4, we can do about factorization. Tan t square plus 1, we change secant of t square. We simplify the square root and ds. We have s in here, so we put number 1 on the right. So we do first derivative for the both sides. We have 2 secant of t square dt. So we put this one going here. The s we change by this one. The s we change by this one. So this one we have 4 tan t square. Number 4, we can do about factorization. This one, we have secant of t square. The square root of 4 secant of t square, we have 2 secant of t. We simplify 2 secant of t. And we just have only secant of t in here. And now, we need to expand this one. Negative 12 tan t square plus 6 tan t. And the last one, that's about negative number 1. Secant of t multiplied by this one, and this one. So, this one, we will put about sin t to the power of 3 over cosine t to the power of 4. This one, we put about sin t square over cosine t to the power of 3. This one, we put about sin t over cosine t square. So, about this one, I need to put into 1 minus cosine t square. And this one, we will have about negative 12 over cosine t to the power of 3. And this one, we have positive 12 over cosine t. Negative with negative, you got about positive cosine t square divided by cosine t to the power of 3. We got about cosine t in here. And this one, we have 12 secant of t to the power of 3. This is about 12 secant of t. Secant of t, negative secant of t with 12 secant of t, we have 11. Now I will go to this one. We need to use about integration by substitution. Before we do about this one, we see that this is about sin t to the power of 3. We can write into sin t multiplied by sin t squared. Sin t squared we change into 1 minus cosine t to the power of 2. So I will put about z equal to cosine t dz equal to negative sin t dt. Because we don't have the negative sign in here, so we put the negative next to dz. This one we have z squared. This one we have z to the power of 4. Sin t dt we change for negative dz. So I will put number 8 in here. This one we can put into z to the power of negative number 4 minus z to the power of negative number 2. This one we have z to the power of negative number 4 plus 1 over negative number 4 plus 1. Z to the power of negative number 2 plus 1 over negative number 2 plus 1. And we put about c. This one is about negative number 3, negative number 3, negative number 1, negative number 1, negative negative, we simplify. About z, that's about cosine t. Now we go to this one. So we need to use about integration by substitution. So we have z equal to cosine t dz equal to negative sin t dt. So because we don't have the negative sign in here, so we put the negative next to dz. This one we have z squared. Sin t dt we change by negative dz. And this one we have 6 over z and we put about c. About z, that's about cosine t. And we put about c. Now we combine everything in here. This one, that is about this one. Secant of t to the power of 3, that is about the first one we just do in here. We copy this one. Go in here. This one we will have about 11 and we have ln of the absolute value of secant of t plus tan t. This one we have 6 over cosine t. So after we got this one, we change t. This is about the t in here. So we divide both sides by number 2. So we have t equal to all time of this one in here. So we put this one to replace 40. This is the end. Thank you for watching.